that Aadhaar is a beneficial scheme, but I must tell you that this case was related only to one aspect, namely making Aadhaar compulsory for purposes of the Income Tax Act. That is, every person who files a return as a tax assessee must indicate his Aadhaar number. That was a new provision which was added in the Finance Act this year by the Finance Minister. The Supreme Court has upheld the validity of the law. That's the first step, saying that Parliament has power to make this law. There is nothing wrong with this law. That's the first step. Second, the court has said that everybody who is an income tax payee and who has an Aadhaar card must necessarily, compulsorily link his card with PAN and give the details thereof. This means that 115 crore people in this country already have Aadhaar. So I would say it is logical to assume that every income tax payee also has an Aadhaar. Maybe give or take 1, 10, 5 or 50 or 100, that doesn't really matter. But finally the court said that since a larger challenge is pending before a bench of 5 judges on the so-called right of privacy, the current mandate that it should be made mandatory even for those who don't have an Aadhaar, that part should not be enforced because this issue is pending on a larger issue. So these are the real gist of the judgment which I have seen.
Does it mean that this case will again be revived once the Constitution bench gives the judgment?
Well, it may be revived only in regard to the so-called right of privacy. All the other arguments of the petitioners have been finished. So there is nothing left now.
So court has also said that government should come with a scheme to ensure there is no leakage of data as well as strong penalties.
You see, you are right. It has always been the stand of the government that this data should not be leaked. There should be no hacking of this data. And more than hacking, this data, if available with the unique authority, should not be shared with all and sundry. So there are provisions in the Act itself which mandate confidentiality. It mandates punishment. But the government is always open, and I told the court, to make these provisions more stringent. And as you are aware, in the WhatsApp case, when it was being heard, I had indicated to the court that the government is working on data protection, and maybe a law will come in the next couple of months. So the government is very much alive, and I want to, share with all of you that, this projection which is being done at certain quarters, including the petitioners, that the government is acting like a big Uncle Sam, trying to sneak on everybody, see what everybody is doing. That is not so. All over the world, you have threats of terrorism. You have threats of fake identities. If you have fake identities, it leads to all these problems which the whole world is facing. So if you have a proper identity, then what is the problem? I mean, don't we know that if you have a mobile phone and you use a mobile phone anywhere in the world, I can jolly well find out where you are within 100 meters. If you use a credit card anywhere in the world, in 1 second you get an SMS, don't you? That you have thank you for using your card at such and such place in America or in England. So that concept of security that nobody should know, or privacy that nobody should know where I am, doesn't exist in this world today. So you must have an identity. It must be foolproof. This is the only identity which today cannot be tampered with. If you have an identity card, right? I put my photo on your card and make it fuzzy and show it at the airport and go in. There is no way of knowing whether that card is genuine or not. It may have come from Kerala, it may have come from Odisha. So these are the benefits, and you must also know, everybody must also know that on account of payments to Manrega, on account of payments to pensions, on account of fair price shops, the government of India, which means all of us, have saved 50,000 crores of rupees in 1 year. Can we overlook all this?
So secondly, the court is saying toning down the penalty, PAN card invalidation. They said Parliament should consider.
That's all right. See, that is what the court's suggestion is. The court can't give a direction to Parliament. a suggestion made, suggestion may be considered. It is up to Parliament to decide whether they want to tone it down or don't tone it down.
So the court has also
But of
said
course-
that there is a need for consequential provisions. What happens if these provisions are violated?
See, as you know that these laws are kind of revolutionary. So they have come now. They are coming. There are a large number of notifications issued under the Act that even if you want a subsidy, you want a scholarship. We have found cases of hundreds of cases of fake scholarships. That somebody is getting scholarship on your name and you're not getting your scholarship. So we have been using this and trying to weed out these ghost scholarships, ghost ration cards, etc. So if there are some issues which have to be ironed out, the government is willing to iron them out.
So just a
It's not a
two-part
case of an antagonistic approach. We certainly iron.
What are
So
the
just a-
consequences that we can expect?
We'll have. I see. I haven't read the whole judgment. I must see it and then respond.
So just a two-part question about the road forward. One, are you happy given the fact that the interim stay has been given? And two, before the larger 5-judge constitutional bench, will you seek
See,
lifting of...
this is hardly a stay. I mean, as I told you,
only if you
if we have succeeded in all legal points, and if 115 crore Aadhaar cards have already been issued, I want to know what is that number of income tax payers who don't have an Aadhaar. Can you tell me?
It might be 99.
Maybe 99 out of how many lakh crore assessees. So it's of no
Hindi,
concern.
sir,
Most
Hindi.
importantly, how will the government ensure that this order is complied with? Will we have a centralized data which monitors all the Aadhaar number and the PAN number? Say I have an Aadhaar, but I still, choose not to link it with the PAN. Do we have a centralized system that can implement this?
Yeah, it can implement. It can.
What is that?
That's today currently with the Income Tax Department and the Unique Identity Authority, UIADI. So they will find out.
Hindi.
So it was also stated by the court that there is a need for the government to instill the confidence in the public again, that this data will not be leaked, this data will not be shared, even if they register for Aadhaar. How does the government supposed to reinstill the confidence?
See, I mean, if we tell you honestly and without any other intention that this is what we wish to do, I mean, either you accept it or you don't accept it. And wherever we noticed that there were some leaks in some authorities, not UIDAI, not central government, but some state authorities had put up something on the websites and they were pointed out to the court. We have taken action against those state authorities that they have no right to kind of put on the notice board which person has which other.
Dhoni's wife and all the...
Yeah, so we have taken remedial action. They should not have been put.
So just one final question. Is there a concern that given that there is, in this case, a marginal stay, an interim stay, but nonetheless, is there a worry that it could translate into perhaps more such questions being raised on the other linkages? Like, for instance, the latest we've seen is Aadhaar with air tickets. So is there a concern that
No, this
we might
air
face more
ticket business
challenges?
also I have read, I don't know. But as I told you, this partial stay in regard to those who don't have an Aadhaar and are income tax paid is really inconsequential.
Will it have an impact on the constitutional bench?
It will have no impact, and maybe this is the 2-judge bench deference to the fact that a matter is pending before a 5-judge. That's about all. There's nothing left in this case.
Hindi, sir.
Thank you.
When this interim order भी आज के इस फैसले को सुप्रीम कोर्ट के फैसले को आप किस तरह
देखिए, बड़ा अहम फैसला है। सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने इस नए कानून को, जो इनकम टैक्स के प्रावधान का कानून है, इसको वाजिब पाया और कोर्ट ने कहा कि संसद को अधिकार है कानून बनाने का और इस कानून में कोई गलती नहीं है।
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/etnow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at etnowlive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/etnow.